Thank you, everyone, for inviting me today. It's a pleasure to be part of Team Australia. I've been watching the Olympics, and I know you have a wonderful woman in the swimming events who is like grabbing a lot of medals for your country. So you guys must be proud. So I'm just going to tell you my story because sometimes that's the best way to get across, what happened to me, why I joined ONPASSIVE, and why I'm excited about it, and then talk about one of my favorite products. As you can see in my background, I have all the products listed there that are currently in the portfolio of products. So anyway, I come from Amherst. I live in Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. And what happened to me was about 6 years ago or so, I was a manager. I've been in the corporate world for over 35 years. And I was a hot mess, as they say. I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was running around taking care of everybody else. And I wasn't sleeping, blah, blah, blah. Just wasn't feeling well. So one of our receptionists introduced me to some health products. I started taking them. I started feeling better. And she encouraged me to sell them. And I said, no, I don't want to do anything like that, which, as some of you may know, that is multi-level marketing or network marketing. I knew about it. I knew that there were a lot of people that did find success in it, and I wasn't interested. But the more I started feeling better and looking better and people noticed, I said, you know what, I can help other people with these products. So I had a good mindset. I went out there. I saw the value in doing that, not just helping people, but also financially rewarding myself for sharing with people something that I loved. So I started doing that, and I built a very good sized team. I was earning commissions. We were doing well. I was having fun. I'm like, wow, this is great. And then I got to the point where I got stuck, meaning we had people coming in, customers and other distributors for myself and my team, but people sometimes were leaving, just like that bathtub without a drain. The water's coming in, but underneath it's unplugged. So you're bringing people in and they're leaving. You're bringing people in and they're leaving. There were people staying, of course, and I got a little frustrated, as did my team. We're like, there's got to be a better way to do this. So I was in search, and I searched out all the gurus online. And I was told, you need a Facebook group, you need a website, you need, not only a website, but when you create a website, you need it to be hosted. You need to do some email marketing campaigns. You need a chat bot, Susie. You need to have a capture page or a lead magnet where you bring people into your website. And then I'm going to add value back to the people that are participating, and then eventually let them know about the products that I was promoting. So I'm a hard worker. I'm a happy learner. I did all of that. I spent a lot of money learning from people as to how to do this. I built a beautiful website. I had it hosted. I set up an email marketing campaign. I learned how to do Facebook ads. And I was like, this is great. I'm going to help myself and my team, because I knew if my team could be successful, I would be successful. I brought them into this MLM. They were expecting more. It wasn't happening. I took the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm like, I'm going to be Wonder Woman. I'm going to fix this. I had a beautiful website. Everything, was all set up. I had a virtual assistant helping me. But guess what? No one was visiting my website. No one was participating in my Facebook ads. And I had spent a lot of money to do that. So I was very frustrated. I was like, there's got to be a better way to do business. There's got to be a better way. So I was part of a women's entrepreneur Facebook group, and inadvertently I saw a post about ONPASSIVE. And it talked about fully automated, uh, does the leads, the closing, no recruiting. You can be a founding member in this company. And I said, oh my goodness, this sounds great. This sounds exactly like what I've been looking for. So I jumped right on board with only knowing very, very little. And then that was about the beginning of January 2020. And from that day forward, I continued to learn more and more and more about ONPASSIVE. So what is ONPASSIVE? ONPASSIVE is a IT company, information technology, that uses artificial intelligence to tie all of the products and tools together. So what are those products and tools? Well, a lot of those products and tools were the products and tools that I was spending money on every month to support my website, my email marketing, my chat box, my scheduler, trying to get leads, everything. And I was like, geez, this CEO, Ash Mufareh, who has created this, he understands Susie. He understands that I have struggled getting traffic to my website. And that's one of the other products ONPASSIVE has, is they have a way to target traffic to you, based on demographics. So I live in the United States. Our company is in a few countries. It's an online business that does ship in certain companies. And I'm like, this is great. This is great. I am going to use the products and tools of ONPASSIVE to help get my MLM bigger, help my team get it bigger. And I was like, this man, Ash Mufareh, gets it. He understands that there's 97, 98% of us out there. We want to be successful in either doing a business, an online business, multi-level marketing, network marketing, but it's not easy. So he got this. So I jumped right on board, like I said, and I started doing my homework. I watched the videos, I kept learning, I got into Facebook groups, and the more and more I started learning about these products and tools and how I would benefit from it financially, I started thinking, oh my goodness, maybe I can still kind of do my MLM, but if ONPASSIVE is going to build another business for me, automated, they are going to do all the marketing of their products and tools. They are going to bring people to a website that designated for me. And the best part is they are going to handle all the customers, collect obviously all the payments, troubleshoot all the products, support the customers 24/7, fully automated, and I can just sit back if I choose to and let ONPASSIVE work an ONPASSIVE business for me, and I can start to collect residual income. I was like, that is great, because although I did enjoy multi-level marketing, I met a lot of wonderful people. I have helped a lot of people get happy and healthy, as we say. I was a slave to my phone. I felt, I was the one delivering customer service. I was the one who needed to respond to messages. I did not want people on my team or customers leaving. I put a lot of pressure on myself to deliver to them. So how refreshing was that when our CEO of ONPASSIVE, Ash Mufareh, said, hey, you know what, Susie? You can use these tools and these products, and we can bring your business onto the ONPASSIVE platform. We can help you all at one cost under one umbrella, not running off to one program here, one program there, paying a monthly fee for this, having limits on my email marketing. He said, no, 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 no. We're going to have it all under one umbrella at one price. You can become a founder now for $97, one-time payment. And then, Susie, when we launch to the globe, we're in over 200 countries. What you can do is pay a one-time package for all of these products. We're thinking it's about $200, $250. We will know soon. And you pay that once out of pocket, Susie. And then after that, when the next month's subscription is due, it comes out of your profit from the earnings that you earn, because we're going to go to work for you. We're going to go out across the globe. We are going to get customers, and those customers are going to come in under you. We're going to support them, and you're going to earn a piece of the pie. So you pay once out of pocket to become a founder. I'm like, are you kidding? I don't have to pay $97 a month? No, you pay once, lock yourself in. You're saying, Susie, that you've got a little skin in the game, that you catch my vision, that you want to be part of this. And then when we launch, which is coming up very soon, we're in pre-launch now. We're going to go into soft launch very soon, where as founders, we will beta test some of the products, and then boom, we're going to hit the globe. When we hit the globe, Susie, you pay once out of pocket, and every month it comes out of commission. I said, wow, this is great. And the reason why is there's a lot of people out there that have done multi-level marketing or network marketing. And one of the struggles is qualifying every month, paying your subscription every month. Yes, I enjoyed the products. I took them. That wasn't an issue. But there's other programs or other companies out there where people have cupboards full of stuff that they're not using just so they can stay qualified. And they're not really making the money that they thought they would. So I totally was like on board with this. I'm like, this CEO really, really understands it and understands that the help we need is for them to do the heavy lifting for us and go out and find customers. So not only did I join right away, I have a lot of siblings and I went to them first. I remember sending an email to all of them and saying, I know you know, love, and trust me. I have stumbled upon something that is going to be life-changing for all of us. This is what you need to do. You can be engaged if you'd like to. If not, that's okay, because that's why it's called ONPASSIVE. You can come in and you can choose to share with other people and get excited about it and be part of it. But also you can be passive. Well, of course, all my siblings, there's six siblings, they all jumped on board right away. They saw my enthusiasm and they caught the vision too, that you can be passive if you want to. And I also invited a lot of my friends who immediately jumped on board. And I do have some friends that are engaged in it and others are not. And that's okay. That's the beauty of this. I have a 90-year-old mom and a 94-year-old dad. They're excited about it and they are founding members as well, because this business wasn't just designed for someone who kind of understands network marketing or multi-level marketing or has a business or, you know, has been online and understands all the techie stuff. No, no, no. This business was made for everybody, where you can just come in, you can engage, or you can be passive, because that's the beauty of it. The other thing that I really love about ONPASSIVE is the CEO and his vision. And one of the things that really struck me early on was he spoke to all of us and said, you are going to bring in, obviously, wealth with this company. He wants us to fill our tank. He wants us to make sure we take care of our financial needs, family, whatever we need to do. And then there was going to be excess for all of us. And his vision is we will give back this excess to humanity, to the world, because there are people there's still hunger out there, homelessness, dirty water, as he says. Why should he keep all of the earnings and become a multi-billionaire trillionaire living in a castle when there's people on the street that are hungry? So he wants to give back to all of us, and we have over 800,000 founders now. Can you even imagine when we launch to the world, all of us founders will then become customers with that one-time payment. We are going to be so excited because we are part of something where we will give back. We have a product called Oh Bless, where if you do not have like a particular passion or something that you want to give back to, you will be able to select from Oh Bless, give back to a charity or something that gives you interest. Right through your wallet online, you'll be able to give to that charity. And what a wonderful way to do this. So can you just imagine, millions and millions of people are going to come on board with ONPASSIVE as customers. The business is going to launch. They are experts at using artificial intelligence to target customers, to bring them in. And this is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And we are very, very excited about it. So the next thing I will talk about is Staff, and then we can open that up to questions or whoever wants to speak after me. As you can see, I get very excited about it. You really, if you're watching this or you're part of this now and you're a guest, you get back to the person who invited you. It's very easy to bring on board, and we can then get more of your questions answered. Because I always say, if you have a lot of questions, that's a good thing. That means your mind's ticking and you're like, yeah, this is great. So Ash and his tech team developed a product called Staff, and all of our products begin with O for, ONPASSIVE, which is unique, and we love that. So Staff is an HR human resource platform, all in one, like I said, under one umbrella. That's the beauty of artificial intelligence and this IT company. Ash has created products from scratch. They're not copycat products. They're not old technology. They are products built from scratch from his tech team in Hyderabad, India, where they have an office with hundreds of engineers and staff. There's also an office in Orlando, Florida, where Ash is. But most of the work happens in Hyderabad with the top technology people. So they created Staff under, like I said, the one umbrella. And all the products of ONPASSIVE are under one umbrella. So what does that mean? That means that the day in the life of a manager like myself, I was in management for many years. The last 6 years of my career in the corporate world, I was what you call a practice manager. I managed 6 primary care practices in the community and part of the hospital. And I was also, prior to that, in human resources for the hospital and did a lot of recruiting, training, and development. So what does it mean to be under one umbrella? The day in the life of a manager is oftentimes you have several different software that you have to go into to do different tasks. So I would have to go into one website to do payroll, to check punches, to make sure people's time was right. If they were missing a punch, I had to then go to email, send them a form, have them fill out the form, contact them. How did I contact them? It was difficult because they were with patients. So sometimes I was texting them on their personal phone. I was trying to call the practice. It was like so time consuming. Then they would email me. I'd have to open up the email. I'd have to download the form. Then that form needed to go somewhere else to show if they had a missing punch that they signed it and verified it in case we got audited. In addition to that, if I had an opening in one of the practices and it was time to do some recruiting and getting someone to fill that position, I had to go to another system. I had to go in there and I had to put in a job requisition. Then that had to go to the finance department, and under finance, I had to go into somewhere else to get that approved. Then the job got posted and we had a whole other system that did our onboarding and recruiting. So I was going from system to system. I would go here and get applications, I'd review them, and then I'd have to set up in a different system to get the person in. And then all their background checks and all the paperwork that I had to get into human resources. Then I would need to order supplies for my practices. I would have to go into a whole other system, order the supplies, get a purchasing order in yet another system under purchasing, get that purchase order, then bring that into another system. It was, I spent more time clicking into other systems, pulling my hair out, not having everything under one umbrella that was simple and easy for everyone to use. Because you see, every time we had a new software or system that we had to utilize to make my job easier, we had to train everybody on it. There were constantly upgrades, and the life of a manager was pulling our hair out. We were spending more time doing functions that were repetitive, redundant, wasting time, than really spending the time with our staff, doing some process improvement for our patients, for the doctors. We were all struggling because we were running around with all these different systems. So when Ash started talking about staff and putting all of these things under one umbrella, I was like, wow, I can't even believe it. Because under that umbrella also is all the employees' information. I mean, I had employees that had to do yearly training. They had certifications in like basic life support. They were nurses that had licenses, doctors that, were accredited, all of that. I would be running around trying to get information. This is all going to be under this one system. So the benefits of staff. When I was in human resources at the hospital, I was a decision maker. And one of our decisions was to bring in a newer payroll time and attendance system, because the one we had was very, very old. The cost for this system was over $100,000. Now that was over 6 years ago, $100,000 for 1,800 employees. And that was just one system. That didn't include all of the accounting, the finance, the employees' information, the onboarding, bringing people in and recruiting people and applications for jobs. No, this was just time and attendance. And there was a cap on it. We could only have so many employees and so many licenses for managers to access it. And anytime we wanted to add more employees or add more managers or have an upgrade, cha-ching, cha-ching. So in addition to $100,000 to get going and train everybody, we had to pay a monthly fee as well. And it's like, for those of you who have been out in the business world, you get this. And for those of you who haven't, you're going to see the value people are going to find in staff. Number one, it's going to be so much more affordable. The value that companies are going to get for staff is, I can't even imagine how much money companies are going to save. Also, what's going to happen is everything, like I said, is in one place, where a lot of our products are integrated through artificial intelligence, where they'll talk to each other, and managers aren't going to be going over here, employees aren't going to be all over the place. Where do I go for that? How do I log in for that? What's my password? Oh, and there's a problem. Nightmare. So staff, managers, employees are going to love that their life is going to get better, and they can spend more time doing the things that are going to benefit the company instead of wasting time, pulling their hair out. The third thing that's going to happen is the bottom line. They are going to save so much money, these companies, by coming into ONPASSIVE and implementing OStaff. Whether you have a small business, a medium-sized business, or a large business, it doesn't matter. OStaff is going to have everything a company or business needs to do business under one umbrella. I mean, how great is that? But I think one of the most important things, besides time, money, efficiency, all of that, is retention. Staff, supervisors, managers, executives are going to stay with companies that have streamlined their processes. Because one of my frustrations was what I was just telling you about. I was doing things that I knew, I don't want this to come across as arrogant, but I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing as a manager. It was a waste of my time and efforts. There were other things I could have added more value back to my staff, my doctors, my team, the patients in the community, instead of being scattered. So I see it as helping companies keep retention. So I know I've talked for quite a bit. I love to talk, as you can see. So I hope you got just a little flavor of ONPASSIVE and understand that what I've talked about is just a smidgen of what's out there. So if you're like me, you're a happy learner, which I know you are, you're hearing this stuff, you jump on board, $97. And then when we launch, you pay a one-time package. That's it out of pocket. Start learning, dig in, and we're all here to help you if you have questions. Okay, Jackie? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee.
And that is well deserved. Thank you so much, Susie.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fabulous. We love having you on. And as it was said in our chat, beautifully explained and very clear. So much to look forward to. And that OStaff is just one of many products coming our way as a founder, and for us to even use ourselves or not and still be the beneficiary of the income that comes through from that the company makes. So it's super exciting times. What I'm going to do is, if we have any guests here today, please feel free to raise your hand with a question. I'm just going to clarify the price. Susie does have it right, but that is US dollars. So for those of us who are in Australia and you're listening, it does depend on the exchange rate, but it's usually anywhere between around the 130 mark, give or take a few dollars, plus a $5 credit card fee. And yeah, again, do your own exchange rates again for the second payment when we do launch. Obviously, as Susie said, we only pay this founder's fee right now. We're not, none of us have paid anything further, nor have we been asked to pay anything further until it launches. So just making that clear that if you are a founder, there is nothing more to pay until we launch, unless we're told otherwise. So have we got any hands up?
You bring up a good point, Jackie, which maybe I didn't clarify too much, was you know, a lot of questions we get, well, am I going to use, do I need to use all these products to be part of it? And the answer is no. Do you think my elderly parents are going to be using all the products? No. But there are going to be, I mean, my mom still loves to, you know, go on an iPad and do different things. So don't feel like because you are coming in when we launch and having access to all these products, you're going to want to use some of them, because one of them, you know, is O-mail, where you're going to see we have a cooler, more liquid way of doing email, but you don't have to use all of the products at all. You know, you're just getting in, you're getting all the products, and that's if we add new products, which we will, if we add features, which we will, or updates, you're not going to get charged anymore. Those are going to just keep getting added into your, when you log on, you're going to have access to all those products, whether you use them or not.
That is so true.